Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Today is March 1st and I am going to do a quick, I would say quick, but they're never quick, a February budget update. I always go through the month thinking I'm probably not going to do a budget video this month because it's boring and all I'm going to say is I went over budget like we always do and blah blah blah. But then things end up happening that I feel like it's good to share. The most exciting thing for February was at the end of the last paycheck that we got. I go and I open up our bank account and I see there's 2 payments in there. Jared got paid twice, and so I asked him about it and he didn't know what it was either. It was a commission payment that he had totally forgot about, and we'd kind of been stressing out because we haven't gotten one, or we got one in January, but he had no idea when another one would be coming in, so we've been kind of worried about that. But that was just, a big blessing because we didn't plan on it, and it was a big surprise, and it was pretty much the same amount as his regular paycheck, so we got paid double and did not plan for that. So that was exciting, and we were able to put most of that into our Hill and Valley Fund. We haven't been able to contribute to that in ever. I guess this is the first time, and he doesn't know when he's going to get another commission. I mean, he knows eventually he's going to get some, but we don't know for sure when his people are going to pay. So that was some exciting news. And let's see, going through the budget real quick. We only spent about half on daycare, what we had planned, because we only took her 1 day a week. Our cable bill, we cut it back to basic a while back, and it's still been bothering us how much it is. It's been almost $150 for cable and internet, and so Jared, he's been going back and forth the past couple weeks, especially going through our FPU class and talking to other people who have cut their cable. He keeps going back and forth saying, I want to cut the cable. And so he was on the phone today with AT&T for a long time, and in the end he said if he had cut the cable, but we still had our internet, I don't know what he said. He said it would have only saved us $20. So what he ended up doing in the end is they told him if he combined our cable and internet package with his phone, it would save us $10 a month, which is not much, but that's what we ended up doing. So now our cable and internet's going to be about $120 a month, and I know the reason it seems so high at the end of the month is because we keep ordering movies on demand and we'll watch a couple movies a month, and that's like $6 each time. We also do a lot of Redbox, but sometimes we will order on demand. So he, tried to save us a little bit of money today. This is the first month that we contributed to a 529 plan. We opened that up for JoJo, but another reason that it's good that I'm doing these videos is because I was sitting here trying to jot down some notes and prepare for what I wanted to say, and Jared's the one that's been handling all this 529 stuff. So I went in there, and we have like $2,000 that we've been saving up for the past few years for her. We have that in a savings account. So I went in there and I was like, why are we only contributing $100 a month, and why did we not just put that whole $2,000 in there? And he started going on about playing the market, not playing the market, about constantly investing when the market's up and down. And I don't know what he was talking about. We only talked for like 5 minutes about it, and I just think he's not very good at explaining things in a way that I can understand, and he's still learning about it, so he's not 100% sure what we're doing. I don't know. He's talking about buying low, selling high. He started talking about all this stuff, and I said, well, I don't think it matters then if we put all of that $2,000 into there now. And he was like, okay, well, write it down and I'll take care of it tomorrow. We'll put in the other 1,000 or 2,000. I don't know. So we'll eventually get around to doing a video about the baby steps 4 and 5, how we're doing with that and what we're doing and all that stuff. But all I know is we are starting on the whole 529 thing. We're still learning, and so yes, was our first month to invest $100 into it. Okay, so that's all for our main bills. Then our other envelopes and sinking funds. It's the food categories that always get us. I budgeted $600 for groceries, and we went over like almost $50. And then we also went over on eating out a little bit. And Jared, I'm not gonna blame him for anything, because I don't like sounding like things are his fault, but he went a little crazy also in his personal category. I'm not gonna share details, but let's just say altogether we went over about $200 on our budget this month, which I know is bad. Just being honest with you guys, I like to reflect on this and just try harder the next month. I'm gonna try hard for March to stick to our budget. I tried really hard at the beginning of February to plan ahead for things that I knew we had going on. And so in our miscellaneous category, I budgeted $700 for my vacation. So I'm going to New Orleans in a couple weeks with some girlfriends. So I budgeted $500 for that. So that's already paid for. I budgeted $100 for my phone to get it fixed. And I ended up not being able to do that because we spent that $100 on other things. So I still haven't got my phone fixed. The screen's cracked. And we took JoJo to a dinosaur exhibit, so we had set aside some money to take her to do that, and spent a little bit more than we had planned. You know, it's okay because it's for her, but to be honest, it wasn't worth it. It was just too many people. It was called Jurassic Quest. They came to Dallas, so we went to that, and I'm sure she had fun, but if you go, you have to go early or late to avoid the lines, because it was ridiculous by the time we left, like a mile long. Anyways, that's crazy. And we bought a couple shirts from our church. They came out with new t-shirts, so that's why I was not able to get my phone fixed. Sacrifice, I'm making sacrifices. So in the end, we were able to contribute like $1,300 to our Hill and Valley Fund, which is pretty good. Our goal, well, we don't have a really goal set in stone for that. I'd like to have about $5,000 set aside in our Hill and Valley Fund. And if you're not familiar, once again, that is because Jared is commission based for the most part. That's important to have for times when he does not bring in any extra commission. Okay? Okay. Okay. I was looking through our sinking funds the other day, and about 4 months ago, we started a car maintenance fund, which is kind of making car payments to ourselves. We don't plan on buying a car anytime soon, so we're putting $100 a month into that. So we have $400 set aside in that sinking fund, which I thought was pretty cool. It can also be used for any maintenance and repairs we have to do for our car. So obviously $100 is not a car payment, but it's better than nothing for when we do decide to get a new car. We're thinking ahead. And I think that is pretty much it for February. I told y'all before, our goal is to have $2,100 left at the end of every month to roll over into the next month to cover, you know, our lifestyle. And we were able to do that thanks to his extra paycheck coming in. So we're looking good for March. I took our March grocery budget back down to $500, so I'm gonna really try to stick to that. And I'm feeling pretty confident. It just takes work to really it's kind of a lot of work to try to stick to a grocery budget. You know, sometimes you gotta get creative, work with what you got on hand, and you gotta try to come up with cheap meals. So I just need to work harder on that. Jared knows what he needs to do to stick to his personal, which he's gonna try, and or else I'll stay on his butt. Oh, we paid our HOA dues. That's due, those are due every March. And so we set aside in our sinking fund $28 every month for our HOA dues. And so I just paid that. So it was nice to have that $300 on hand. As far as our baby steps, we're still not 100% done with baby step 3. I mean, we have you know, we could stop if we wanted, but like I told y'all before, 17 is Jared's favorite number, so just for fun, we said we'd like to have a solid $17,000 set aside in our emergency fund. But right now we are working on our Hill and Valley Fund, which is a separate emergency savings. That's the most important that we need to work on right now. So I realized that we're kind of doing baby steps 3, 4, and 5 at the same time, but we don't feel like we're in a super big hurry to finish baby step 3. The Hill and Valley one is pretty important, but the other one, we're pretty comfortable with what we have in there right now. And Jared's job is looking pretty good. We don't think he's going to lose anytime soon. And if he did, the amount we have in there now is about 4 months worth of expenses. We could make it last for about 4 months. So yeah, I think it's going to be a while before we can start contributing extra to our mortgage. So that's kind of a bummer, because I know I said in my goals video that we'd like to pay an extra, we'd like to pay a total of $20,000 to our mortgage. So I don't think that's going to happen unless Jared just like kicks butt at work this year and maybe I find a way to bring in extra income, but that's okay. We're still focused on these baby steps and stuff. So yeah, let me know how your budget went for February, and did you have any big surprises like an extra paycheck? Thumbs up if you enjoy these budget updates, or if they're too long and I need to quit talking so much, just let me know, and I'll see y'all later.